If you think Australian wines are already too expensive, it's really only when you're in restaurants when a readily available good quality dry red will cost you about $3. But bear in mind the average restaurateur is charging you up to 300% markup on that bottle. So why not establish your own wine cellar under the house, like Frank Margan in Sydney has done? Frank happens to be an official of the Australian Wine Bureau and therefore is in the know.
How many have you got here, do you think?
Oh, there'll be about 1,000 bottles, I suppose. It's what makes me laugh, you know, when I read the papers today and yesterday about wine prices going up. They're still, whether they go up 5 cents or not, the cheapest you can buy around. It won't stop me buying wine. It also makes me laugh because every time wine price goes up, of course, this cellar goes up by an amount that would make my bank manager laugh in his sleep.
Well, you've got 1,000 bottles, you say, Frank. What's the value, do you think?
Never really thought about it, I suppose, but you could put a minimum price of $1 a bottle on it because I bought them all around $1 a bottle, which would make it $1,000, but I'm sure they're worth twice, 3 times that by now. It allows me to keep wines going back to, say, this one, a 1903 Saltram's Claret, in pretty good condition. That looks sound enough anyway. There's a 1958 Mildara wine here that I bought only a year or so ago for less than $1 a bottle. That's now about $3 a bottle. It's growing old gracefully here. Of course, we could squat here forever talking about wine with our knees cracking, but the best thing to do with it, of course, is drink it. Let's have a look at a wine, an ordinary commercial wine that has got a bit of bottle age on it. Well, this one, let's see, is a Mildara of 1952. Splendid wine, an ordinary commercial wine. I suppose it sold at around about 50 cents when it first came out. Now it might be worth $3, $4, but what does the money matter? It's going to be lovely to drink. Of course, I'm not one of the smart ones. I didn't buy all this wine to make any money out of. I bought it to enjoy. That's what wine's for, but I discover, to my surprise, that I'm rapidly approaching the moneyed class. I don't know what I'm going to do, but look at the colour of that wine. See, you know, you don't get colour like that in the new young wines that are around that you can buy, just as I bought this one for, I think, 7 shillings or something. It's now worth $3 or $4 at least. I don't know. The more we have auctions, the more this old wine's put up, the greater the price seems to be on it. The smell of that.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers. I'll just smell it for a while, I think.
Yeah, well, it tastes pretty good too. What's the situation in this country, Frank? Can people make money out of storing wines like this?
Oh, well, as I say, you know, I didn't do it for anything more than the flavour, but I noticed in a magazine, it just happens to be here, a chap in Melbourne is selling Ranelagh Burgundy of 1938. There wouldn't be much of that around, but people in 1938 could have bought it at $100 per bottle. Now, that wine would have been 4 shillings, I suppose, in 1938. If you wanted to, if I wanted to exploit this cellar, I'd have to keep an eye on the auctions and submit lots of a dozen, no less. Unless I had something like at 1903, and I could put that one bottle up by itself and probably get $40, $50, $60, $70 for it, I don't know. I couldn't take an ad in one of the papers and say, you know, I've got these wines available and then sell them without contravening some of the licensing sections. I'd have to get hold of the local publican and say, well, for a 10% commission, will you handle the sale of this wine for me so that the sale takes place on licensed premises? But this is quite easily done. I mean, you can easily get to be friends with the publican and, you know, buy a couple of beers there and you're his friend kind of thing. So the market potential, the market is there, the potential is certainly there to make money out of it if you want to. There are people these days, as I say, the smarter ones, who are simply buying wine as they might buy shares in the stock market to make money out of it.
Well, Frank, here's to fun and to Australian wines at the same time.
Yes, indeed. Enough of the talk. Let's. You seem to enjoy that wine. No,
I do, yes.
Yeah, that's the best advertisement I could find. Let's have just a little more of that. It's too good. Too good indeed.
Bill Peach will be envious.
I hope he is.